Welcome back, duelists, to Old Format Yu-Gi-Oh's Edison Format Tournament. Today we are in Round 4, Match 6, and for those few of you who watch every video back-to-back, you'll notice that we skipped Round 4, Match 5. That is because Nico, our 3-0, was supposed to play against Brad, our 2-1. Now, Brad was very busy at the time, and he had the highest 2-1 record at the time, and it was actually impossible for him not to top 8. So he decided to give Nico the win. Nico progresses to 4-0, Brad 2-2, but they're both going to top 8. So we're basically moving on to the next match after that. So down here on the bottom we have What's Good, aka Chris, who is on Diva Zombies, Quick Draw Plants, Monster Mash, and Ojama, with his Quick Draw Plants being banned. That's the deck he's kind of known for. Meanwhile, Adrian, aka Helmet, at the top, is on Plant Dragons, Frog Monarchs, Gravekeepers, and Relinquished, with his Gravekeepers being banned. These two are good friends, and I think they decided to kind of gentlemen's, with one playing Ojama, one playing Relinquished, just to have a bit of fun. But let's get into game 1 and see how it goes. You know what? Sorry for stalling, but one last thing before we get into it. This match is a bit interesting, because both of these duelists are 2-2. They're playing for top 8. However, they're not the only person playing for top 8. Our People's Champion, Roach, who is on all those tier 3 and 4 decks, is also in contention for top 8, and it depends on this match, sadly. So, if this match goes to a Game 5 and the result is a 3-2 victory, Roach does not top. However, any other result, Roach will top, as well as the winner of the match. So, we're going to see what happens in the end. Looks like we're starting off with Ojamas for Chris. He opens Air Bellum, Green, Black, Yellow, Ojama Country, and Oja Magic. That is not a good hand with those vanillas. Adrian looks to be on Frog Monarchs. He opens Wing Blast, Econ, Soul Exchange, Heavy, Caius, and Vanities. Not a bad hand, but not amazing. No frogs. Air Bellum tries to get in. Adrian's going to pitch Heavy for it, though. I think once you know Air Bellum was summoned, you can look at the deck list, see is on Ojamas, and that Heavy does not do too much. However, we're going to see a Soul Exchange for Vanities, set Econ, draw into the Frog Engine, very strong for Adrian right now. Summons Ojama Green, which kills the Dupe Frog because Ojama Country flip-flops attack and defense, and Dupe Frog becomes a 100 defense monster. Salt Frog comes down, Vanities gets in. Ooh, drop Honest on it. Or not yet. Oh, okay. I remember we had a big argument about this. So, basically, Adrian attacked, and Adrian is kind of a... How do I put this? He's a competitive player, so he knows kind of the sub-steps, we'll say, of different turns. So, Adrian says, attack, do you have anything on declaration? Then Chris dropped Honest, and Adrian said, that's not what I asked. I asked if you had anything on declaration. And then Adrian activates Econ to play around the Honest, because he knows Chris plays it, and... You see the issue here? So, Chris wasn't too happy. I wasn't too happy about it either, because I had to make the ruling in someone's favor, but Adrian did say on attack declaration. So, I have to rule in the one way. So we do a little rewind. Econ comes down, kills it. Swap Frog bounces Vanities. Adrian summons another one just to mill the deck a bit. We're going to see Chris use Ojama Country. Summon a blue and an Air Bellum. He's going to drop an Honest on the Swap Frog to kill it with his Ojama Blue, just so he can Air Bellum in and hit a card, which I find really funny. Caius gets hit. And we're going to see an Instant Fusion. Synchro for Goyo and Defense Med, which with an Ojama is 2800 defense. That is a wall. We're going to see Tribute for Vanities, though. Kill that Ojama Blue. Searches two Ojamas. Oh yeah, he tries to search from grave. That's not correct. He searches from deck instead, which is what should be happening. And Adrian sets a Wing Blast to deal with the Goyo. Goyo attacks, gets Wing Blasted, and Adrian, I think he's banking on basically the Fiend, and he's feeling confident. Ooh, he hits the Nobleman of Extermination on Ojama Magic. Does not banish the others, but if it did, that'd be amazing. We're going to see a card destruction, get rid of those useless cards. Does not search with Oja Magic, because he's actually out of targets, that's why. Makes sense. You have to add all. Adrian top decks Avarice, puts some stuff back. Very strong. Draws into Gorse Trag. Okay, good for defense if Chris can get rid of the Fiend. However, Chris is just going to keep setting stuff while Adrian just keeps attacking. There's not much to do here. Yeah, and eventually Chris scoops it up because he just keeps drawing monster after monster. The Ojama deck does play traps, so this is quite a bit disheartening for him. Alright, game 2. Adrian's up a game. Chris is running it back with Ojamas. He opens up Rescue Cat, Card Destruction, Ojama Green, Summoner Monk, Ojama Blue, and Instant Fusion. This hand's a lot better than the previous one. Meanwhile, Adrian looks to be on Plant Dragons. He's going to start with an Upstart, but opens Decree, Dandy, Plague, Pot of Avarice, Debris, and Heavy. He's going to end up just setting Dandy. Now, Rescue Cat comes in, and it summons 2 beasts, and I don't think he plays 1 Airbellum. I believe he's on 2. So he just summons Ojamas to thin the deck, which I think is a horrible play, in my opinion, honestly. It doesn't do anything, and you just gave up one of the most useful cards that you could have. Even if you could just later, when you have the field spell online, summon a couple Ojamas and get in, it's better than this. Plague comes down, he's going to synchro with the Dandy for a Catastor. Kill Ojama Blue, get some searches in, and Adrian's going to set a Decree. We're going to see Instant Fusion come down with an Airbellum, go for a Thought Ruler, gain some life, and deal with Catastor is nice. Ojama Country, pitch Ojama Green. The more and more I watch these replays, mainly this one, I guess, I think Chris doesn't know that Ojama Country can pitch an Ojama card and not just a monster. Because he keeps pitching monsters when he's supposed to pitch Ojama Magic, and then you search your deck for 3, and then you have card destruction. I think he just doesn't know it, and it's kind of annoying to me. But either way, we go to the next turn. Adrian makes the critical flaw, in my opinion, of going for Decree in draw phase instead of end phase, because now Chris gets Regeki Break Off, pitches Ojama Magic, and searches 3 Ojamas, which is huge advantage, and Decree's gone. Adrian decides to leave Decree because he's just going for Black Rose. Nukes the board, cleans it up a bit. Let me double check. Ojama Blue only activates when destroyed by battle, so that's a great way to get rid of it. Chris is going to go for a Junk Synchron, then card destruction. Draw a couple cards. He gets Heavy and Double Avarice out of Adrian. That is very good. Chris draws into an Ojama Red, Country, Honest, and Wing Blast. Pretty good. He's going to synchro for Junk Warrior. Junk Warrior is actually really good with Ojamas, but he was supposed to Ojama Country first, then Junk Warrior, so he gets the boost. Just going to kill some tokens, set a Wing Blast, activate Reasoning. Now we see Prime Material and Kokimiro Drago come down. Those are pretty good for locking off the board a bit, but Honest will take care of one of them at least. There we go. We're going to see Ojama Blue go into Prime Material and drop an Honest. I don't agree with this play, because I think Drago is the much bigger threat here right now. And Adrian does have traps, but he knows Adrian's on Decree. So I don't super agree with this line of play, because we see Chris set one, Adrian does not take a chance this time, Decree's an end phase. And now we have a Drago locking down the board. Because Ojama Blue can search all it wants, there is no current out to Drago. We're going to see Junk Synchron come down, try to special. We correct him on that, can't do it. Adrian draws Upstart into Debris. More stuff for once Drago gets cleared, if it ever gets cleared. Blue keeps searching. Chaos Sort comes down, Drago's still on board. Adrian draws another good monster just for beats, and he starts getting in. Chris draws a Mirror Force, but nothing with Decree. He's going to set Junk Synchron, which, as you can imagine, does nothing. Get in for more damage. And Chris draws for turn. Let's see it, the big reveal. Rhoda, search Junk Synchron into, I believe, a Scoop, because that does nothing, and then he reveals the hand. He was not too happy about this one. Decree is a very oppressive card, but if you're going to play it, you're going to play it. Match 3. Game 3, rather. Adrian is up 2-0. Things are looking in his favor. However, we have a slight issue. Based on his hand, you can never tell right now, but Adrian's actually on his Relinquish deck. Chris is on Ojamas a third time. He opens up Torrential, Mirror Force, Junk Synchron, Ojama Green, Ojama Country, and Pot of Avarice. I think his reasoning being for just running it back with the Ojamas is he knows that if he does not win this match, he does not top, so you have to want the worst deck eventually, so why not do it now and save time, I believe. That was his reasoning. Adrian opens up Fader, Quick Draw, Pot of Avarice, Dandy, and Book of Moon. We're going to see Ojamas come down and just get in for beats, but Battle Fader will stop that. Adrian's going to go for kind of a minus play, pitching Quick Draw for Quick Draw to synchro with the Battle Fader into Drill Warrior. I think he's trying to save Dandy for when he brings back Quick Draw with Drill Warrior. I don't agree with it, because of that gets Torrential, and now you're like out of advantage pretty badly. Rhoda comes down, Junk Synchron for Catastor. Trag gets put down, that's nice, but Trag doesn't clear this. MST's the Mirror Force, does nothing with it. Adrian's going to go for, Chris is going to go for another Junk Synchron into Junk Warrior. Just get in for some damage. Adrian draws Manju, sets Dandy. Ooh, we're going to see Summoner Monk come out with Ojama Magic. Yeah, and it's going to scoop it up. This is an easy OTK even through Book of Moon. So yeah, you see Airbellum. He's still popping off. Goes for Arcanite, bring back more, and yeah, just keep going in for it. So Chris's Ojamas take it, and he doesn't have to play those anymore. So now it's 2-1 in Adrian's favor, but once again, he is on Relinquish, not the greatest of decks. He opens Sanguine, Relinquished, Debris, Gore's Book of Moon, and Black Illusion Ritual. And Chris is on Monster Mash. He's going to open up Merchant, Battle Fader, Gores, Ryza, Dandy, and Blackwing, Sirocco the Dawn. So I want to check something real quick for when it comes up. Okay. So Adrian decides to get in. And at this point, he's played against Monster Mash before in this tournament and out of this tournament. I do not agree with this. I think you have the clean Relinquish play, which is Illusion Ritual on Sanguine, because you search a card too, so you go plus. Or not plus, you go even. And Relinquish can take a set monster. If you take this Merchant, like if you stop a Merchant play for Monster Mash, it's devastating. Sometimes they can't even do anything anymore. Plus, Adrian has Pot of Avarice. Like, he has follow-up is what I'm trying to say. And Relinquish will still save itself from dying by battle, and then the game's locked off. However, Adrian doesn't do that. Let's see how much Merchant mills. Oh yeah, we're going through it. Chris is on 2 spells, I believe. Of note, he mills a Simorgh, which actually is live because he has the Dark and the Wind Engrave. He has a Vayu, which is not live yet, but does Simorgh banish, or does it send? Okay, it's banished. So Vayu is not live currently, but he does have the Sirocco. I do not agree with this. Adrian Book of Moons his Sanguine. I don't know why he did that. I think he's just trying to use Book of Moon before Simorgh comes down. Summon Simorgh, get in for damage, and set level... Oh, doesn't set level leader yet. Because he can't set level leader, I realize, because of Dark Simorgh. Oh, wait, no, it's just your opponent, right? Yeah, your opponent. Okay, so he sets it in just in main phase 2. Adrian's going to Mandrew. Search one of the Relinquished cards. Yeah, there we go. He's just going to take it. It's a big Relinquished. Chris will set a Dandelion. Summons more tokens. Adrian does have a lot of cards, including Book of Moon, but not too much else going on. He'll Foolish for Dandy. He now has a Debris play live. Pretty good. Goes for Stardust. This game's not looking good, but still within reason for both players, I'd say. We're going to see Cold Wave come down. Banish 2 for Simorgh. Get over Stardust. Oh, he can't set a card because of Simorgh. Oh, no, he can set a card for Simorgh. I think he just forgets about it and thinks it's both players. We're going to see Charge Light Brigade search Raikou. Don't know why he's putting 3 back. Oh, he's not searching Raikou, it seems. Okay. He crashes in and leaves the Relinquish unprotected. Heavy Storm takes care of the Book of Moon. Gallus comes down, mills a Vayu. That's pretty huge. Level Leader on Sirocco, and we're just getting in to clear these tokens. Wonder why he didn't charge Light Brigade. Right, we'll see it now anyway. Mills a Plague, which is nice. Search a second Raikou. Pot of Avarice, okay. Ooh, that's interesting, actually. I think he put back Dandy, hoping for quick draw Dandy, but I'm more of a fan of putting back Debris Dragon at least, so you could summon the Dandy. Or, no, you have Trooper, so you could just put back the Debris and put back something else. I'm not sure, I don't remember them quite, but I don't think that's correct. You always want to put Debris back, I feel. Adrian's going to summon Mandrew, search Black Illusion Ritual. He's going to use that Tribute Dandy token to take the Sirocco at 2k. Cleared Chris's board pretty easily there. Chris is going to summon Debris Dragon, bring back Raikou, go for Iron... Oh, yeah, there you go. To go for Dandy Blackers, that makes a lot more sense. He should have Dandy tokens, too, on board, actually. Goes for the Vayu Armed Wing, gets into Gores, though. Yeah, there are the Dandy tokens. We're going to see... Oh, this is a fun one. We're going to see Raikou come down for Quick Draw, make a Junk Archer. He's going to banish a token, so it never comes back. Get in for some damage. However, sadly for Adrian, Gores comes down. Love Leader comes back, gets tributed for Ryza. Pretty good play. It's like it's Treeborn Frog. And then we're going to see Armor Master come down from the Vayu, and Chris gets in for game. So, sadly... We're going to match 5. However, this means that the People's Champion Roach has been eliminated. He ends up getting 9th place in this tournament, which is... it's horrible. But first, we have to figure out which one of these top. So actually, at this point, going to Game 5, we know that both of them top. So they're both in it, but still, let's see how this match finishes out. We have Relinquished now versus Diva Zombies. So Chris left his best deck for last. Adrian is on Debris, Dandy, Relinquished, Debris, Black Ritual, and Battle Fader. So that's Dandy Pass. Chris draws Mirror Force, Book of Moon, Brain Control, Gores, Burial, and Heavy Storm. He sets Mirror Force and passes. Adrian draws an Avarice, and Dandy gets in for 300. Chris draws MST. Adrian gets in again. Sets one, which is just a bluff. Draws Trag, which is pretty good. Adrian's going to summon the raw Debris Dragon with no effect. Synchro for Black Rose, nuke the board to get rid of that giant drag, and get 2 tokens. Chris draws Card Trooper, mills a Reaper, sadly mills the dad, but what are you going to do? Kills token, sets book. Now we're going to see a Book of Moon on the Dandelion, so Debris Dragon can't synchro, because I'm sure people might play it if it were a thing. Debris Dragon has to make a dragon, and there are no 5-star dragon synchros yet. Chris draws 2 from Card Trooper in his turn, feigns Swing Blast and Bottomless. Good start, but nothing amazing yet, because he has Stardust to answer one of them at least. Sangan comes down, Wing Blast the Stardust, I believe. Yep, makes sense. Pitch is heavy. Chris knows the deck list, so he knows that there's no traps, really. Sangan comes down to kill a token. Quick Draw comes down, pitching Dandy. Good draws. We're going to see a Nitro Warrior here, which gets bottomless, sadly. Go for 2 tokens, but we are going to see the Avarice come down. So Adrian definitely is running away with this game advantage-wise. Ooh, Summon Manju, search Black Ritual. Now, here's a play I don't like too much. I think your Relinquished here right now is pretty free. I know he might be playing around Gores, but I think you take the Sangan. It delays it from searching, and that's pretty good advantage in a matchup like this, where you're already up so far. It would prevent this Diva play, for instance. Sangan gets in, now we see Diva, we see Brain Con, which all could have been forgotten about if you made Relinquish, but that's just me. We're going to see Synchro for Brio, bounce Sangan, and now Chris might have a footing here. Synchro again for Thought Ruler. I'm not quite sure why he made Thought Ruler over Stardust or something, but I don't think it matters too much. Book of Moon on the Relinquished. However, Adrian has the Preparation of Rites, which might not be used to it in Edison format, but you search a Ritual monster, level 7 or lower, so Relinquished, and you can add a Ritual spell from grave to hand, so you get that spell back. Also, Sangan searches a Dandelion. We're going to see Illusion Ritual come down again. And Adrian makes a pretty outstanding play here. I wouldn't say outstanding, but he goes for Drill Warrior and lets it attack directly with its effect, so that he plays around the Gores perfectly. And Adrian takes the match 3-2. Both of these duelists are going to be in our top 8, so they weren't really playing for that. Well, I mean, they were playing for it, but if they went to 3-2, they end up both topping. So, sad to see, but we were hoping that Roach would top in the end. Either way, I will see you in top 8 tomorrow. I hope you all enjoyed, and have a good one, duelists.